Data Jockey, Machine Learning for Victorian Racing. Tuesday, 21 July 2026, Race 3 at Moe. Let us get going. Before the detail, the headline for Race 3 at Moe. 2 model selections. 7-Day Rebels is the place pick, top of the models list for this race. Delavga is the same race multi-leg only, the top 4 selection, not a standalone place bet. That is the quick version, 7-Day Rebels for the place, multi combining both if you are after the longer odds. Stay with me though, because the model is seeing something worth unpacking in this field. Race 3 Moe, 7 runners today, top 2 pay the place dividend. Worth noting straight away, the model's top selection this time is actually the market favorite. The data and the crowd are aligned here, which is its own kind of signal. 2 selections on the board, a place pick, and a same race multi-combination. Remember, the model only shows up with genuine value, never a forced quota. Today it has found 2 worth covering. Before I get into the picks, a quick word on how this works, because it is genuinely different to anything else you will find in the tipping space. The selections come from a machine learning model that continuously learns from Victorian racing results. Every single race meeting, every result, every finishing position feeds back into it. This is not a set-and-forget system. It is live, it is learning, and it gets sharper with every race run in Victoria. Now here is the part that really sets it apart. Most tipsters, most models out there are chasing the winner. I made a completely different call. This model was built from the ground up to find place finishers, horses that hit the top positions and pay a place dividend. That is a fundamentally different problem to finding the winner, and it demands a completely different approach. The model weighs up dozens of variables across the entire field at once. Things that interact with each other in ways that no human analyst could ever track manually. Pace, distance, field composition, historical patterns, how each horse matches up against these specific rivals on this specific day. All of it simultaneously. That is the power of building it this way. If you want to go deep on the methodology, how the model was actually built, what it looks at, how it was trained, the link is in the description below. Check it out when you get a chance. But for today, I have got race 3 to get through, and the model has some strong opinions. Let us get into the picks. First selection for race 3 is 7-Day Rebels, and this time it is the market favorite. Worth flagging, because this does not happen on every card. The model and the market are in agreement here. 7-Day Rebels matches the place finisher profile the model is built to find, strongly enough to land it at the top of the list. That is not a guarantee of anything. Racing never offers those, but it does mean the data and the crowd are reading this race the same way, which is its own kind of signal. As always, I cannot give you a tidy single explanation for the ranking. The model does not work that way. It is processing dozens of variables across the whole field at once: track conditions, distance, field shape, historical patterns drawn from thousands of past Victorian races, all simultaneously. What I can say is that this model exists to find place finishers specifically, not winners. So a favorite landing at the top tells you it fits the historical pattern of horses finishing in the places in races shaped like this one, a different question entirely to who wins. That distinction is the whole reason the model is built the way it is. 7-Day Rebels for the place, a top 2 finish in a 7-runner field. That is the read on race 3. For entertainment purposes only, please make your own informed decision before placing any bet. On to pick 2, Delavga, sitting at 4th in the market. This is a different category of selection compared to pick 1, and the distinction is worth spelling out clearly. The model has Delavga pegged as a likely top 4 finisher, but it does not extend that confidence to a top 2 finish specifically. That is the key difference. There is not enough in the data to support a standalone place selection on Delavga, but there is enough to support its role in the same race multi as the top 4 leg. This might look like a small technical point, but in a 7-runner field, it carries real weight. Top 2 pays a place dividend, 4th simply does not. So Delavga is not the model's idea of a place bet on its own. Its value sits in the multi. Reading the model's view on Delavga plainly, it belongs in this race, fits the top 4 shape of this field, but getting into top 2 specifically is less certain. For the multi, top 4 is sufficient. 7-day Rebels finishing top 2, Delavga finishing top 4, that is what the model is backing for race 3. For race 3, the same race multi combines 7-day Rebels finishing top 2 with Delavga finishing in the top 4. Check your own wagering provider for whether this market is offered. Worth pausing on one point before moving on, these two bets are not equivalent and they do not share the same probability of success. The standalone place selection on 7-day Rebels is the model's higher confidence read, a smaller return, but a meaningfully better chance of it actually landing, and that remains the model's central view for this race. The same race multi requires both legs to come through, 7-day Rebels in top 2, Delavga in the top 4, which reduces the overall probability but increases the potential payout if it does land. Taking both is optional, not required. 7-day Rebels alone carries the model's strongest signal. The multi is there for those drawn to the longer odds, higher return option. Either way, understand exactly what each bet needs before deciding. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please make your own informed decision. For anyone following the full card, every race gets its own video, and they are all in the playlist Live Before Race 1. Worth a look through the other races to see what else the model has flagged today. A place multi combining several selections is something some punters build themselves. Check with your wagering provider on how that is structured. Make sure any decision you make is your own, fully informed. Important reminder too, always check for scratchings before placing anything, since they can change a race entirely on the day. The model's place selection for race 3 is 7-day Rebels. The full card is waiting in the playlist. If you are not subscribed yet, this channel covers every Victorian meeting, every race day, and every selection comes at no cost, nothing locked behind a paywall here. And that is race 3 Moe done. The place selection is 7-day Rebels, with the same race multi-combination sitting at 7-day Rebels top 2 and Delavga top 4 for anyone chasing the longer odds. Results are tracked and posted publicly every week without exception, every good week and every bad one included. That ongoing record, built up week after week, is the fairest way to judge whether this model is genuinely worth following, rather than taking any single claim on faith. As always, this is purely for entertainment purposes. Please make your own informed decisions and gamble responsibly. See you in the next video.